For all kinds of reasons, certain nations have strict and often scary defense policies, including arming themselves with nuclear weapons. With a global nuclear stockpile of over 13,000, it's scary to imagine that most of these are much more powerful than the nuclear weapons dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But which countries host the most nuclear weapons? Before we dive in details, please subscribe to the channel and stay always one step ahead to know all global important events happening around you. Give a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Let's move on with the video. Number 9, North Korea. The most politically isolated country in the world, North Korea began developing nuclear weapons in the 80s in defiance of international agreements and sanctions. Today, North Korea has 20 nuclear warheads, making it the 9th country with the most nuclear weapons in the world. The country is led by Kim Jong-un, who is considered a threat to international security and world peace. Number 8, Israel. Israel has 90 nuclear warheads, making it the 8th country with the most nuclear weapons in the world. It's widely believed that Israel began to develop nuclear weapons in the 60s, though they have never officially acknowledged them. With one of the strictest military forces in the world, Israel maintains a nuclear arsenal in case of potential threats to its national security. Number 7, India. Most people would be surprised to learn that India has many powerful nuclear weapons. Ranked at number 7, it actually has 160 nuclear weapons. India developed its own nuclear weapons program in the late 60s and conducted its first nuclear test in 1974. The nation currently has a no first use policy, meaning that it will only use nuclear weapons in response to a nuclear attack. Number 6, Pakistan. The former British colony also holds a massive stockpile of nuclear weapons, with a total of 165 warheads. Pakistan developed its own nuclear weapons program in response to India's nuclear program, conducting its first test in 1998. Like India, the country has a no first use policy. However, the nuclear arms race between the two countries has heightened tensions in the region. Number 5, United Kingdom. Ranking 5th when it comes to the most nuclear weapons, the UK has 225 nuclear warheads. The UK developed its nuclear weapons in the 50s with the help of the US to maintain its position as a major global power. However, based on the country's politics, it's highly unlikely they'll be using them unless it's to ensure national security. Number 4, France. France is the 4th country with the most nuclear weapons worldwide, with 290 nuclear weapons. The country started working on nuclear weapons in the 50s and conducted its first nuclear test in 1960. France's arsenal is believed to consist of both submarine-launched and air-launched nuclear missiles. However, it has committed to a strict no first-use policy. Number 3, China. China ranks 3rd in terms of the most nuclear weapons worldwide, holding 350 warheads. China developed its nuclear weapons program in the 50s and conducted its first nuclear test in 1964. China's nuclear collection is often seen as a way of intimidating rivals. In the grand scheme of things, China's nuclear journey is a fascinating one, from its initial entry into the nuclear club to its current position as a key player in global nuclear politics. China's nuclear prowess is a testament to its growing influence on the world stage. Number 2, USA. The US actually takes 2nd spot when it comes to nuclear power, with 5,428 nuclear weapons. It became the first country to use nuclear weapons in warfare, dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki in 1945. Today, its nuclear strategy is based on the concept of deterrence. The US believes that its possession of nuclear weapons deters other countries from attacking it or its allies. With one of the world's biggest armies, the US has also committed to reducing the role of nuclear weapons in its national security strategy. Here is the list of countries hosting nuclear weapons for US. Belgium, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, and Turkey all host US nuclear weapons. The US insists that it maintains operational control of these weapons, which helps them with nuclear war planning. Number 1, Russia. With 5,977 nuclear weapons, Russia claims first place in the nuclear race. During the Cold War, the US and the Soviet Union engaged in a nuclear arms race, resulting in the buildup of a vast nuclear arsenal by both nations. Today, the threat of nuclear escalation, in the context of the ongoing war in Ukraine, is a concern for the international community. Belarus hosts nuclear weapons for Russia. Since June 2023, the leaders of Russia and Belarus have claimed that a number of nuclear weapons are located on Belarusian territory. This concludes the list. Miscellaneous details here. In terms of strategy, France has consistently maintained a doctrine of deterrence, or dissuasion as it is known domestically. This policy is based on the principle of ensuring that any potential aggressor would face unacceptable damage in retaliation to a nuclear strike, thus deterring them from ever initiating such an attack. Moreover, France's role in global nuclear politics is significant. As a permanent member of the United Nations Security Council, France is a key player in international nuclear non-proliferation efforts. Furthermore, France is an active participant in the Nuclear Suppliers Group, an international body that seeks to control the export of nuclear technology to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. Yet, it's worth noting that France's nuclear policy has not been without controversy. Critics argue that the cost of maintaining and modernizing its nuclear arsenal is exorbitant. Furthermore, the country's historical nuclear testing in the South Pacific has left a legacy of environmental and health issues that continue to cause contention. Despite its small size, France has never shied away from displaying its nuclear might. France's nuclear prowess is a testament to the nation's strategic foresight, technical prowess, and unwavering commitment to its national security. Also, Asian subcontinent, home to the world's largest democracy, India. India, a nation known for its rich history and vibrant culture, is also a formidable force in the nuclear arena. Its journey towards nuclear prowess began in the mid-20th century, sparked by the desire for self-reliance and strategic autonomy. The roots of India's nuclear program can be traced back to the establishment of the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in the late 1940s. This was followed by the creation of the Atomic Energy Commission in 1950. However, it was the peaceful nuclear explosion of 1974, code-named Smiling Buddha, that truly marked India's arrival on the global nuclear stage. India's nuclear strategy is quite unique in its approach. Unlike many nations, India follows a no-first-use policy, meaning it will not initiate a nuclear strike, but will respond with punitive retaliation if its sovereignty is threatened by a nuclear attack. This policy underscores India's commitment to maintaining peace and stability, while also demonstrating its capacity for a robust response if required. The country's nuclear arsenal is thought to be in the range of 150 to 170 warheads, primarily land-based, but with an evolving sea-based second strike capability. This is made possible through its indigenously developed missile program, which includes the Agni series of ballistic missiles and the Arihant class of nuclear submarines. India's role in global nuclear politics is also noteworthy. Despite not being a signatory to the Non-Proliferation Treaty, India is recognized for its responsible behavior in nuclear technology usage and non-proliferation efforts. The country has consistently advocated for global nuclear disarmament and has maintained a spotless non-proliferation record. India's nuclear journey is a story of determination and strategic autonomy. The country's path, while marked with challenges, has demonstrated a steadfast commitment to its principles of peace and sovereignty. As we move forward, India continues to balance its role as a major global player, while maintaining its unique stance in the nuclear realm. Moving up to number 2, we have the nation with the largest landmass in the world, Russia. A pioneer in nuclear technology, Russia has been at the forefront of nuclear weapon development since the mid-20th century. Its nuclear capabilities are extensive, boasting a significant number of warheads ready for deployment at any given moment. Over the years, Russia's approach to nuclear strategy has evolved, shifting from a focus on quantity to quality. The country now emphasizes on advanced technology and enhanced capabilities, aiming to maintain a strong and modern nuclear force. Russia's role in global nuclear politics is equally significant. It's a key player in nuclear non-proliferation treaties, and its strategic partnerships have shaped the landscape of international nuclear policy. Despite the changing global dynamics, Russia's nuclear power continues to be a central element of its national security strategy. A testament to its long-standing commitment to nuclear technology, Russia's nuclear arsenal remains a formidable part of its global influence. And finally, at number 1, we have the nation that introduced the world to the power of the atom, the United States. Born from the turmoil of the Second World War, the United States' nuclear capabilities have grown exponentially, making it a pivotal player in the global nuclear landscape. Its history is steeped in the development of nuclear weapons, from the Manhattan Project that brought forth the first atomic bombs to the Cold War era that saw an arms race unlike any other. Today, its nuclear strategies have evolved, focusing less on quantity and more on quality and modernization. But it's not just about weapons. The United States is a key influencer in nuclear politics, leading negotiations on non-proliferation and disarmament, and setting the agenda for nuclear security worldwide. The United States continues to be a dominant player in the nuclear landscape, shaping the dynamics of global nuclear politics.